Hi, my name is Linry, and this is swatching every single MoonCat I own. Now, I didn't expect MoonCat to announce their Black Friday sale like this early in October. A little bit peeved, though. It came about just a little bit unprepared. But the lunar sale is this Friday on the 24th of October, and by the time this video goes up, it should already be live. You have to use a code LUNA20 to get 20% off your order, and the sale ends November 2nd. I currently have 18 MoonCat polishes in my collection that are still available. Let's get into it. The first polish that is up is Merkitten. It is a pink polish with a blue shimmer running throughout and a delicate scattering of hollow. Now, I kind of sent out little feelers about this polish because I was like, looking at the swatches on MoonCat's website, I was like, will I be able to get this polish opaque? And I talked to a couple of my friends and they were like, oh yes, this is a fully opaque polish. It's not. Not on me, my extreme smile line, my extreme stainage. This I cannot build to full opacity, but most people's experience, they can build this to opacity. So just be aware, on me, I can't, but other people can, and I can resolve that with a blurring base coat. It is a beautiful shimmer polish, and I can forgive it for its opacity issues on me being personally targeted by this polish. I think it's absolutely adorable, and it is so fun to wear. It is such a lovely, lovely bright pink. I swatched out MoonCat's Merkitten in 3 coats. And as is a shimmer base polish, it is easily removed with acetone, no peel off base coat required. The next polish that is up is Dragon Scales. It is this metallic, flaky bomb that shifts from this reddy purpley color to this greeny yellow color. It also has this chunking hollow glitter running throughout. Now, I don't care much for the hollow glitters in this polish. I definitely prefer a delicate scattering of hollow, and I come into issues with this polish. I think it's my brush and not the polish itself. I find that this polish applies quite thick and is very thick on my nails, but I have MoonCat's older, stiffer brush in this, and I think it is just the brush's issue, as the formula doesn't feel particularly thick. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just my brush. Now again, because of the brush, I don't particularly care that much for this polish. I just find it's very thick on my nails and I just don't like the visual texture it gives me. It's just personal vibes though. Other people love this polish. I have a few friends that just adore this formula from MoonCat, so if you like the way it looks, this is gonna be 10 out of 10. I can get MoonCat's Dragon Scales opaque in 3 coats. And as is this metallic foil formula, I would suggest a peel off base coat. Oh, this is a nightmare to remove. I hate removing it so much with acetone. It just finds its way into my cuticles. You can soak it off with acetone. I'm not going to. The next polish that is up is Dark Horse. Hi. I absolutely adore Dark Horse. This is a 1-coater in my collection. 1 coat. I never wear my nail polish in 1 coat, but if you are someone who likes to wear nail polish in 1 coat, MoonCat's Dark Horse literally has you covered. It is this beautiful, deep brown to gold duochromish polish. It is absolutely stunning on the nails. Now, it can be a little bit brush strokey. I find that those brush strokes do dry away. You do catch like a tinge, a touch, a little whiff of them, but they're not that prominent that I'm like hating them, though brush strokes aren't really a big deal for me. I absolutely adore this polish so much. It just reminds me of like log cabins or like cow-skinned couches. It is a beautifully inspired polish and it just takes me somewhere. I can get MoonCat's Dark Horse opaque in 1 coat, but I did swatch it out in 2. And as is this duo-y chromy finish, it is easily removed with acetone. The next polish that is up is MoonCat Stumped. This is a beautiful deep brown jelly-based polish with these lovely, lovely metallic shreds running throughout that hit that yellow to green hue. Absolutely phenomenal on the nails. Now, I will say, I personally have talked to 2 separate people that have received batch issues of MoonCat Stumped, and they purchased at 2 separate times. So, if you order MoonCat Stumped, please swatch it out first, wear it first, and make sure it looks like the swatches online, because this polish seems to just go through batch issues. I've seen people receive black ones. I've received people receive these deep dark browns, and it should be this like chocolatey, reddy brown color if you're trusting MoonCat swatches. I find that my stump does look like MoonCat swatches, but again, be careful with stumped. Honestly, I feel kind of bad talking about stumped now, knowing that it does suffer from batch issues, and it seems to be quite often. So just be aware. Swatch it out first and make sure it looks like what you expected it to look like, okay? Because if you're too late on it, MoonCat will just be like, meh. I had a friend that purchased this like a year ago, and they contacted MoonCat support. MoonCat support was like, meh. I absolutely adore stumped, and it's so lovely. It is autumn in a bottle, and it's just so beautiful. I can get MoonCat stumped opaque in 3 coats. And as it is this metallic-y jelly formula, I would suggest a peel-off base coat. You can soak it off with acetone. I'm not going to. The next polish that is up, my baby, is MoonCat's Flight of the Monarchs. This is a phenomenally beautiful orange polish. Now, this polish has this purpley tinged base, giving this golden shimmer, just this illumination. This is one of the polishes I do tend to recommend quite often on my channel, just because I feel like this is such a stunning orange polish and it will convert people into orange lovers. And then I will get more orange polish because more people are going to be purchasing orange, because orange is a stunning color for your nails, people. MoonCat's Flight of the Monarchs, it's just so delicious. It's so beautiful and glowy, and it's perfectly named, and it's just, it's so dazzling on the nails. And if you're going like hiking, camping, or like somewhere out on the beach outdoors, I would highly recommend wearing MoonCat's Flight of the Monarchs. It looks stunning. And I don't remember if I said it's in a shimmer formula. I can get MoonCat's Flight of the Monarchs opaque in 3 coats. And as is this shimmer based polish, it is easily removed with acetone. The next polish that is up is Velociraptor. It is a matte finish polish. That means when it dries down, it will dry down to a matte finish. It is this deep, tealy green base polish with these iridescent pink to red iridescent flakies running throughout, and it has a green reflective glitter. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, I will call out MoonCat just a little bit, because Michelle's swatches on the MoonCat website, it looks like Play-Doh. I don't know what happened with the lighting situation, but MoonCat swatches aren't very accurate, at least Michelle's, and I'm just like, every time I see that photo, I'm just like, that looks like Play-Doh. It doesn't look real. It looks so weirdly flat. I will say this is an absolutely beautiful polish. I love it to bits and pieces, and it just looks so grungy on the nails. Now, if you did not know this, if you do not have a matte top coat and you still want your matte finish polishes to dry, is you apply your matte finish polish, then you apply a quick dry top coat, which will make this turn glossy, but then you take one last additional coat of your matte finish polish and put it on top of that, and you will still retain that matte finish polish and have a dry manicure. You can literally have it all. I can get MoonCat's Velociraptor opaque in 3 coats, and as it has these reflective glitters in it, I would suggest a peel-off base coat. You can soak it off with acetone, but reflective glitters are sharper than normal glitters, so if you wiggle back and forth too soon or you try to scrub this off, you do have the chance to damage your nail plate. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like something you need to be terrified of, but it could happen. So just make sure you soak off your reflective glitters. The next polish that is up is Plankton. Now, be warned, this is a stainer in my collection. It did stain my nails, but I have stained nails anyway, so it's not that big of a deal to me. But if you care about stainage, just make sure to double up on your base coat. This is a lovely, lovely St. Patrick's Day green polish with a lovely green shimmer running throughout. There's also a delicate scattering of hollow. This polish just glows on the nails. I love it to bits and pieces. It just makes me so happy. I love green nail polish, and this is just, chef's kisses. And I'm just now realizing it has like a C name, Plankton, but I've never used it in a sea-themed manicure. I should do that. I should use it. Come on. An absolutely lovely polish. I can get MoonCats Plankton Opaque in 3 coats. And as it is a shimmer based polish, it is easily removed with acetone. The next polish that is up is Maelstrom. MoonCat, you have been letting me down so much this year. This is one of your better formulas, okay? It's the same exact formula as Stumped. It is this jelly-based polish with these iridescent flakies running throughout. MoonCat, this is your bread and butter. Make more. What? Why are you letting me down specifically? Maelstrom is this beautiful deep blue jelly-based polish with these iridescent teal to green iridescent flakies running throughout. It also has a delicate scattering of hollows. I love this polish so much, and when I picked it up, I watched the swatch reviewers talk about this polish. I watched them, and no one seemed to be able to get it opaque, though I was able to get it fully opaque on me and my smile line and my stainage, but I wanted to make it opaque, so I went in with thick coats, okay? I went in with thick coats. So this polish can be built to opacity, at least from my experience and me time, but just be warned, I did go thick. It is so beautiful on the nails. I love her so much. I can get MoonCats Maelstrom Opaque in 2 coats. And as it is this iridescent flick bomb, I would suggest a peel off base coat. You can soak it off with acetone. I don't wanna. The next polish that is up is Earth 2 Gaia. It is this lovely, I would say like sea foamy greeny blue. Greeny blue. Wow, I'm so good at colors today. In this kind of baby shower-esque way. I feel like if you were going to a baby shower, this is a pretty good color as it has that kind of blue tinge and a pink shimmer running throughout. It also has this delicate dusting of hollow. Absolutely lovely. This is so gentle and just it feels like it's gently rocking you to sleep, and I thoroughly enjoyed this polish. It's also a good like bridal shade, so if you're going to like a wedding or something like that, I feel like this would be phenomenal. I can get MoonCats Earth to Gaia Opaque in 3 coats. And as is this shimmer base polish, it is easily removed with acetone, no peel off base coat required. The next polish that is up is Mermaid Bait. It is this blue base polish with this strong yellow shimmer running throughout. It is so glowy and shifty on the nails. Oh my goodness gracious. This is one of MoonCat's best sellers. This one just is hotcakes. You can just clearly see when someone is wearing catfished on their nails. It's kind of one of those just cult classics from MoonCat. That shimmer also hits this like yellowy pink hue, and it's just so shifty and dimensional on the nails. Oops, I forgot to talk about opacity. I could not build this polish to full opacity. I could still see my visible nail line, though I do believe a blurring base coat would resolve that. I swatched out Mermaid Bait in 3 coats. And as this is this like shimmery formula, honestly, I prefer to wear a peel off base coat with this. I kind of find that shimmer particle all over my hands because I'm impatient and I just go acetone. That was enough time. It's never enough time, but I prefer a peel off base coat. The next polish that is up is River Styx. Oh, such a lovely shimmer polish. It is this blue tealy polish with this green shimmer running throughout, and I thank MoonCat every single time I wear this that they did not add a delicate hollow throughout, just because I feel like it would take a little bit away from this polish. This is so lovely on the nails. It looks so good. I love her so much. Just an elegant regal shade in this lovely blue-y teal colorway. Sign me up. This is definitely a polish you can see from across the room. I can get MoonCat's River Styx Opaque in 3 coats. And as is a shimmer base polish, it is easily removed with acetone. The next polish that is up is MoonCat's Sabertooth. Now this is a matte finish polish, so my tip for velociraptor applies here as well. Also, if you're curious about what the fuck's going on with my logo, that's what happens when nail oil touches a MoonCat bottle. Don't grease up your fingers and then open up your bottles. It lifts the logo. MoonCats Sabertooth is this delicate, elegant, off-white in this blue tinge polish with a lovely blue shimmer running throughout. This is your elegant, your graceful polish, and I don't like her. She's just too soft and elegant for me, and it upsets so many people. I don't like her. She's just a snooze fest for me. Honestly though, I can see why people love it because it's so soft and dainty. I'm just not that kind of girly. I have found that this makes a beautiful background for your nail arts, so you can definitely get a lot of nail art potential out of this if you're not into that elegant, dainty vibe. And I honestly prefer this in the matte state versus the glossy state. I feel like the glossy state adds something, like it elevates it just a little bit. It brings that shimmer to the top and it looks really nice, but I do vastly prefer this in the matte state. I can get MoonCats Sabertooth Opaque in 3 coats. And as it is a shimmer-based polish, it is easily removed with acetone. The next polish that is up is MoonCats Catfished. Ooh. This is this finely shredded down flaky bomb in this lovely blue colorway. Oh my goodness gracious, it's so dimensional on the nails and it's just absolutely lovely. And it makes a fantastic topper. In my Dupe It Out series, I've used this as a topper a couple times and it just works. It strangely works. I don't know why it works, but it is phenomenal every time and I'm just like, yes, thank you. It is so lovely as a topper and I think MoonCat needs to start advertising this as a topper. Just be like, hey guys, throw it on top of something, see what happens. It also has a delicate scattering of hollow throughout. Oops, I forgot to talk about opacity again. I couldn't build this polish to full opacity, though I do believe a blurring base coat would resolve that. I swatched out MoonCats Catfished in 3 coats. And as is this finely shredded down metallic flaky bomb, I would suggest a peel off base coat. It is a nightmare to remove, a nightmare. You can soak it off with acetone. The next polish that is up is MoonCats House of Hades. Look at that fill line, baby. Look at that fill line. MoonCats House of Hades is another cult classic from MoonCat. It is a polish people can just identify if you're wearing it, just being like MoonCats House of Hades. Oh yes. Oh yes, it is this lovely purple-based blue polish with this strong, glowy, flaky bomb. Like that purple tinge just elevates that blue to give it just such a lovely glow. This is a polish you can clock from across the room. You'll look at it and you go, yep, I can see your nails. Obviously, I absolutely love this polish. I'm a blue polish lover, a cobalt blue lover, and this just fills me with so much joy. I can get MoonCats House of Hades Opaque in 3 coats. And as is this flaky bomb, I would suggest a peel off base coat. You can soak it off with acetone. I'm not going to. The next polish that is up is Cosmic Cowboy. This is a blue jelly based polish in that denim-y colorway with these lovely pink to yellow iridescent flakies running throughout. Now, I thought when I first got this polish that I would not be able to build it to opacity. I thought it was on the same exact level as MoonCat's Lava Lamp and that jelly collection they released that they did not market as jellies because fucking why? those photos, man, those photos. I'm gonna call you out every time we get about that fucking, well, you fucking misled me with Lava Lamp. But I could build this to full opacity, so I didn't feel misled. Let's go. I don't know, this just makes me think of like rhinestone cowboys a little bit. This just makes me feel like a disco cowboy. I can get MoonCat's Cosmic Cowboy Opaque in 3 coats. And as it is this iridescent flaky bomb, you could soak it off with acetone. I'm not going to. Also, I'm 99% sure this is a Cowboy Bebop reference. Like 99%. The next polish that is up is MoonCats Pangea. This is another matte finish polish, so my tips for the other matte finish polishes goes right here. Blah, blah, blah. Apply a glossy top coat, then apply another coat of this, and you have a mani that dries and is matte. That's really confusing for people who skipped around in the chapters. Oh well. MoonCats Pangea is this beautiful, deep tealy base polish with these lovely red iridescent flakies running throughout. This is so lovely on the nails, though I will say I found MoonCats photos just a little bit misleading. I found Michelle's photos just a touch inaccurate comparatively to the rest. Though I still found this polish absolutely lovely. And I could not build it to full opacity, unfortunately. I could still see my visible nail line. I swatched out MoonCats Pangea in 3 coats. And as it is this iridescent flaky bomb, I would suggest a peel off base coat. Mwah. Also, I prefer this one in the matte state versus glossy. I don't know. It just looks so lovely matte. The next polish that is up is Millennia, and this is one that most people are probably gonna skip from now on because MoonCat has marketed a better magnetic polish that looks almost identical to Millennia, and it doesn't require a black base. MoonCat's Millennia actually made it into my hot dog water video because, oh my goodness gracious, this is hot dog water. It is not good. It needs a black base, and I can't build this to opacity whatsoever. It just does not look good on my nails, and I just don't like it. It is this gray duochromy kind of polish that shifts to this purpley color with these big old hollow glitters running throughout. Now, I purchased this pretty early on in my nail polish journey, and I did not realize that older magnetic polishes kind of needed a colored base coat to help them out, but I started my nail polish journey like in 2022 or 2021, so these were already like dead. Like no brands were producing polishes that needed underwear for so long, so I was just surprised to find a polish that needed an undie. And I'm honestly surprised that MoonCats still has this on their website, and I do wonder if she's gonna be discontinued this year. I swatched out MoonCats Millennia in 3 coats, and I didn't have any difficulty whatsoever removing it with acetone. And here we are, the last polish that is up. This is a gray Crelly based polish with these lovely turquoisey to green iridescent flakies running throughout. So lovely on the nails. And this is a matte finish polish. And I vastly prefer this in the matte state. I just feel like it gives those flakies such dimension, and it gives them a chance to really stand out, and they look so phenomenal matte. Oh my god. I absolutely adore this polish, and it is so hard when I do my like top faves in a rainbow to just skip over Triceratops so often, because I believe I've mentioned it too many times on my channel because it's one of my favorite gray polishes. So I just gravitate towards her naturally. I can get MoonCats Triceratops Opaque in 3 coats. And as is this iridescent flaky bomb, I would recommend a peel off base coat. You can soak it off with acetone. I'm not going to. But yeah, those were all my MoonCats that are currently still available. So, are you gonna participate in MoonCats lunar sale, their Black Friday sale, like a month or a week before Black Friday? I saw quite a lot of people upset in the MoonCat subreddit that they were like, this is way too soon. I hadn't budgeted for MoonCat to drop their sale this month. I was planning it for it to be next month. I don't understand why MoonCat's starting their Black Friday sale outside of November, and it's kind of annoying because they used to participate only in lunar sales, so they'd have a sale with the lunar eclipse. Whatever, keep your edge. And then one year the lunar eclipse happened outside of November and I remember just seeing on my Instagram stories like no one purchasing from MoonCat that year because they didn't have a Black Friday sale. And then the next year they were like, oh, we're gonna be celebrating the lunar sale at a different time, and weirdly it lines up with Black Friday. And then they continued that trend, and now we're back to outside of November. I don't know. I mean, I don't have access to those like that information and stuff like that, and it's just pure conjecture on my part. So I do wonder how this will affect MoonCat having their Black Friday sale again outside of November. Honestly, I keep mulling over MoonCat because they're very expensive now. They're very expensive. We're looking at $18 for some magnetic polishes and thermals. Oh my god, $18. I've been trying to think it over just a little bit. It's like, that seems so expensive because it is. I'll see if I'll participate in the MoonCats sale whatsoever. I don't know. They've dropped some polishes that I was extremely interested in, like Pearl Clutcher and whatnot. I was very, very interested in Pearl Clutcher, but right now it's sold out currently. MoonCats said that they're going to attempt to restock it in time for the lunar sale, but is one polish really warranting a full order? I don't know. Honestly, it's been over a year since I've made a last MoonCat purchase. They just haven't been dropping things I've found very interesting in the last like year. I don't know. And especially now with their price increase, I just don't know if some things are warranted. But mind you, like this is a 20% sales. Now the polishes will be like $12-ish and some change. More like 13. But yeah, it's just something I've been mulling over. What do you think? Are you skipping MoonCat sale? I don't know. I just don't like a Black Friday sale in the middle of October. But yeah, please let me know what's on your wish list. I hope you enjoyed my video. Bye! I didn't make sure to see if I was centered. The next polish that is up is Earth 2 Gaia. It's this lovely, like... Can I help you? Yeah, I know. Okay, you can't just scream at me. No. Now you have to pay the tax. No. That's right, come here. That's it. I'm gonna pick you up. Come here. Come here. Come here. No, don't ignore me. I can pick you up from this angle too. You me. Give me you. Stop circling me like a damn shark. That's right. I gotcha. Gotcha. Yes, right. Oh, you really don't want me picked up, huh? What you doing with that leg? What? Okay, you don't want to be picked up? Why are you screaming at me? Yeah, okay, goodbye. I'm trying to do something. And as it is this so my tip for triceratops, or so my tip for velociraptor, Jesus. I don't know, this just makes me feel like, this makes... I swatched out MoonCats. What is it called? Oh my god, what is it called? Why can't I see what it's called?